Welcome back to Outnumbered. New comments about money. This time, not from Hillary Clinton, but from Chelsea Clinton, the 34-year-old former first daughter, making the remarks in an interview with Fast Company magazine, all to explain why she jumped around to different careers before joining the Clinton Foundation. Her quote, "I've tried really hard to care about things that were very different from my parents. I was curious if I could care about money on some fundamental level, and I couldn't. That wasn't the metrics of success that I wanted in my life." Chelsea lives in a nearly $11 million New York City apartment. She bought it with her husband, a millionaire hedge fund manager. Their wedding reportedly cost more than $3 million. This as her mother, the former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, keeps making gaffes on financial matters. Her latest, insisting she isn't truly well off, after saying she and the former president left the White House dead broke and in debt. She's made $5 million on speeches and appearances just since leaving the State Department. Meantime, it looks like Vice President Joe Biden may be trying to set himself apart from the Clintons.
Now, the first thing I was going to say is, look at Biden, man. He's got a mildly expensive suit on. He's Vice President of the United States of America. He makes, notwithstanding he's listed as the poorest man in Congress, he still makes a lot of money as Vice President of the United States, and I do, by the way. I do. Don't hold it against me that I don't own a single stock or bond. Don't hold it, I have no savings account. But I got a great pension and I got a good salary.
Wow. I don't know which to start with, Tucker, but I'm tempted to hit the Chelsea thing first. You know, by definition, if you're in a position to not care about money, aren't you rich?
Well, then you inherited it. I mean, the only people you ever hear say, "I don't care about money," are trustafarians.
You got it.
People who inherited a ton of money. It is the most annoying trope ever. I just feel like smacking people. "I don't really care about money." Really? Because you don't have to worry about it.
You don't have to.
You're not sweating tuition. Be quiet, please.
Right. Yeah, you go away.
And by the way, Biden pretty charming, I have to say. It's true, actually. Biden doesn't have any money.
He's my new favorite pick for the Dems.
Well,
yeah, I like it.
Funny. He did the one thing that Hillary Clinton hasn't been able to do on this issue, and that was just own who he is.
Right.
Yes. This is where I came from. This is where I am. And yeah, you're right. I make a lot of money. I mean, he was pretty transparent, I thought. You know what? You do a lot of business news. I'm a huge fan of FBN and Sandra Smith. I have never heard you mention the word million as many times as you did in that intro.
I mean, there's a lot of M's to throw around there.
There's a lot of money in that family.
But
so
you guys bring up a great point. You know, Biden just really putting himself out there, who he is. You know, Hillary Clinton may be trying to do that, but it's not exactly who she is, as we learned. When Biden joined the Obama ticket, Kimberly, in 2008, he was the poorest senator, although that was still largely holding much more money than the average American, but still the poorest senator. So maybe he is in a position to say such things.
I'm liking him right now. I've got a little heart around his head, and I just think that I like his candor. He's fresh, you know? I mean, come on. And he's not saying, I'm the richest guy. He's like, yeah, I've got money, and I'm making a good salary. Thank you for acknowledging that, because there's American families out there working really hard to put ends together, especially in this economy. And I feel like he's very relatable. And I don't know what Hillary is saying, because if you want to be president of the United States, you want to be like, I don't know how to manage my money, I'm broke, because broke ain't sexy. What is she talking about? We're going to put her in the White House to be in charge of an economy with somebody who is getting all this money paid, and then what?
Millions
couldn't
and
manage
millions.
So this is the issue. The issue is not that Hillary Clinton is rich. Being rich is not a bad thing.
No.
This is not about rich people being bad or evil or whatever.
But don't say
this
you're dead broke.
is about Hillary Clinton being a complete hypocrite along with Chelsea. Chelsea doesn't have to worry about it because she's a Clinton. Hillary Clinton doesn't have to worry about it because she's rich. And the fact is that she's out there publicly as a public person and as a potential, again, politician in the future, saying that being rich is a bad thing, the rich need to pay their fair share, that Mitt Romney was a bad guy because he had money. Just own it and then promote policies that say, no, then own it and promote policies that say, I live a great life because I have multi-millions of dollars. I wish that everyone could live the life that I do because it's
And let me help you live that life.
But it depends where the money comes from. I mean, I'm not, a soak the rich guy either, but on the other hand...
You're doing pretty well, I heard, actually.
Yeah, I mean, unbelievably rich myself. But I'm not taking $800,000 per speech from the Nigerians.
Right.
True. For her to get out there in the self-righteous way and say, we've worked hard, by dint of our hard work is the precise quote. Really? You're making $200 grand minimum for an hour's work. Don't lecture me about how hard you're working. How pompous and entitled is that?
But I don't think she's like coachable, you know? She's like my brother in junior high. He wasn't coachable. So, you know, what can you do? She may have a skill set or an ability, but she's not listening at all.
Now part of the coaching might have to include what her daughter says.
Yeah, well, that's interesting.
Yeah. I have to go, Harris. This is the second time I think I've cut you off. This show and the show this morning. All right, we'll be back in just a second. A new poll showing President Obama with his worst numbers yet for his handling of foreign policy, the negative impact this could have on his ability to carry out what's left of his agenda. Plus, speaking about getting his agenda passed, the president's surprising remarks about women and their political beliefs. Why his comments have some accusing the president of pandering.